Hello, good morning, everyone. It's currently Saturday morning out here in Bangkok, Thailand, and I'm just about to get ready for my bed, but I have to close out some trades, and I wanted to just finish the week off with some updates. And in this video, I'm going to go over gold, I'm going to go over US30, and I'm going to go over Bitcoin. I want to start off with Bitcoin because this is just going to be the quickest pair. In my previous video, I took a loss in Bitcoin and I reversed it and took a buy, and I'm currently still long and bullish on Bitcoin. It's the beginning of the month, so do expect moves to be a kind of off. And if you look at the weekly candle, there's no fair. There's no large bearish candle on the weekly. So my candlestick analysis is pointing to the upside still, and there's nothing to fair with this weekly close. It looks like it's going to be a doji, or not doji, but a hammer, as we can see right here. And if price does continue on to the upside, we shall see a break of this weekly high sometime next week or within the next couple of weeks. And that would make sense for the monthly chart because the month just began, and normally when the months begin, it could take on off to the upside, or it could also go back down and retest the lows of the previous month, which looks like it's doing right now. So there's no need to fear Bitcoin. Just know that it's just following standard price action, and this stuff normally happens throughout the history of charts if you've been trading or following the market for any amount of years. So that's Bitcoin in a nutshell. I'll get back to that next week. And let's go over US30. I'm currently in some sell positions on US30. As we can all see, I'm currently on the daily. It has been a very bearish day, but it's the end of the day, so we can see some potential rallies to the upside to close the week off. When we look at the weekly and we see the candlestick analysis, we see that there is what looks like an inverted hammer on the downside from the previous week, and this week looks like it's closing with a possible doji. There's really not much going on this week, but I do suspect price to continue to the downside, and sometime next week we might see a break of this week's low and a test of last week's low, and that's what I'm hoping for. When we do look into the smaller time frames, we can see price action play out a little bit more. The 30-minute time frame, we could look at US30. We can see that I put some scalp orders in like about an hour and a half ago, or not an hour and a half ago, about an hour ago, and this is the result. I posted on my Instagram this sell right here to the far left. It's the one in the middle, was the most recent one I entered. I was looking at the 5-minute, and the signal that I took was this signal right here. I saw this pattern set up. I saw that it rejected previous high, and then it started to go to the downside, and it's just playing out price action right now. It's currently going to the upside, and it's testing the higher end of the band once more before closing the week out into some downside territory. When we do scroll out, we could see in my previous video I did say that price was going to hesitate once it gets down to around 33,000, and it is currently at that support area. As we can see, 1, 2, 3, 4 pivots to the low, and it's definitely just seeing if it can hold up, but it's too early right now. It's the beginning of the month, so if we look at the monthly, we can see that anything is possible, but this looks like a very bearish month for US30. Maybe US is going into war, I don't know, but anything is possible. And yeah, if it does go down, just know there is a huge landslide that might happen, and it could crash sub 30,000 and go down farther. This would be a very nice pair to short if you are looking for something to short into the year. Let's take one more look. Let's look at gold just to wrap up the video. We can see that gold is currently bullish, and I have actually been in gold for the past we can see right here, January 31st. So not last year, pretty much. Let's see, when did I get into gold? I got into gold on, sorry guys, I'm kind of off right now. 2022 3/4. Why does it say this? I didn't get into gold today. It says that I got into gold. Oh, this is my most recent gold. Okay. Apologies, everyone. Here's the older gold here. December 27th is when I got into that gold trade. So as we can see, I got into this gold last year, and I've been in this position for the past couple of months. And in this video, I'm looking to close it out just because it has reached beyond my target point, as we can all see. I just actually was just scaling it with a trailing stop, and my trailing stop was a mental trailing stop. So I don't put stop losses on the charts for various reasons. I'm 13 years in the game, and I've seen what stop losses can do to me personally, so I keep away from those. I only trade with the amount that I'm able to risk and lose if worst case scenario black swan event happens, and I recommend you all to try that approach. But let's get back to it. I'm going to be closing out gold right now, so let's just take a close of this position. And now I have this last position right here that I just entered today, and I do believe it's going to take off. As you can see, it's about half of my previous position, but I did just close that out for about 8,000 US dollars. You can see it is a yearly high that gold is actually breaking out on. War is coming, and I think that we're about to hit some new highs for the decade. I mean, if you look at this on the monthly, we can see that the past 10 years, gold hasn't really, it's at 10-year highs, like decade highs, all-time highs. Gold is beautiful right now. If you were investing in gold from way back into 2000, you could see that you would be in the money right now. So those of you that are trading gold, I would highly recommend getting into some more buys right now. It's another takeoff. It's another global event that's about to happen, and the world is unpredictable. So that's gold for you all. I also want to go over one more thing. Iota. Here is Iota coin. See how I'm doing on time. Okay, 8 minutes, perfect. Couple more minutes remaining. Iota, the daily, beautiful. It's falling, and it's here. It has arrived at the profit zone. I've been waiting in this pair since, let's take a look. Iota coin. I've been in this pair since December 8th was my first entry on this trade. And I got another entry down below because I saw that there was a breakout that was going to happen. You can go back in my archives of my YouTube to see the video on Iota, and you could see when price was actually all the way up here. And when I broke it down to everyone that Iota coin was going to go on a bear drive, and it actually did. And now we've arrived. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close these up right now, just because it's the end of the week and I don't want to be in this anymore. A few days ago, it hit very near my target and it did not go. So I'm just going to close it out today, just because I believe that coins are about to be a hot buy soon. Yes, you heard it from me. And if I'm saying it, then just know it's official. Coins are probably about to be a hot buy. So far, I'm pretty hot on my calls for crypto, and I'm normally a Forex guy, but I trade everything, and crypto is no different. I don't really treat it much different from Forex and other markets that I trade, but I do see crypto as a nice time to buy. And I'm not a big fan of hodling, so I don't buy and hold forever. I just buy and I get out at the exit points, just like how I would read price action in Forex. And then I get back in at a dip. As we can all see, there's a dip now. In my previous videos in the past, I talked about buying Bitcoin. I talked about it back in September. I bought Bitcoin, it went up, and then I sold, and then it went down, and I sold it on the way down, and I made money, and I bought back, and it is just the pattern just continues. So that's it for everything. I'll follow up with you all next week. For those of you that want to see my final weekly close, this is what I'm looking at. Profits for the week, about it says 10,000 USD for this is for the month though, because I closed out a Bitcoin loss. It was a sell, and as you guys can see, I don't fear closing out my losses. And that's it. Just one loss for the month so far, 4 winners, and I'm just about to just take off some more because I do have several trades that are still running. I do have a US30, and I look to close out some US30s by the end of the day. I would like to actually close out one in this video. So before I go, let me close out this last US30 trade that I took up here. I think the market is actually closed for the US30, so unfortunately this is where it is until next week. But that's it, guys. I hope you took some value from this video, and I look forward to updating you all with the outcome of these next week. US30, to wrap it up, it's gonna continue to drive down, and we're gonna see a touch to 32.3 before continuing on down to my next projections that I explained in the previous videos. All right, have a good weekend.